David is a guy in the middle, prophetic ministry. He wears a t-shirt around here called Not a Prophet. But I've read his life story. I have listened to him minister, and he has completely submitted himself to me and to the elders of this house. And he is bringing a lot of help to his ministry into this place. And he prays for the sick. And David has a testimony to give, because what's happening, there's going to be our friend Peter McLuhan. Dr. Peter McLuhan is pastor over at Ingleside Church. Many of the young people here that are on staff now went to, what was it?
Homeschool Plus.
The Homeschool Plus over there. And so they're tremendous people in the kingdom. Peter's church, they do a podcast that goes out literally to hundreds of thousands, millions of people around the world. And then Tim Marr is the worship leader over at Messiah Episcopal Church, tremendous man of God. So David, would you just share a testimony about what's coming?
Sure. I came here in September last year, and Nicholas and Andrew are friends of mine from up north, and I escaped and they followed me. So thank you for bringing me here. So I had a dream last year when I was sick. I had cancer. It started in 2013, and I was teaching something called the Apostolic or the Fivefold School of Ministry. But I got cancer, congestive heart failure. Spent a week in ICU, and then I got cancer 6 more times, and then I gave up. And then after that, I still had cancer. Yeah, and then I came to the big house, and we moved to Virginia 4 years ago, and we thought, oh, there's a church on every corner, we'll find an easy one. Well, we didn't. And I was sick. I had 34 procedures in 4 years. I had 8 cancer surgeries last year and 1 neurosurgery where they opened me from C2 to my eyebrows. And I had a dream, and in my dream, the Lord said, the anointing is not in big house. And I went, wait a minute. That's where we're called to go. This is where we feel the presence of God. This is with the people that we know, and more people that we're getting to know and love. And Jerry found me 40 minutes into the service and said, you're released. And then I met Peter there. But anyway, 9 surgeries, 8 for cancer last year. On January 1st, I gave up and I said, I'm not doing this. And I canceled all. Every single doctor's appointment that I had, every test, every PSA test for prostate cancer, the colon cancer, the skin cancer. I couldn't make 2 weeks from getting my surgery done to get the stitches put in before I had another outbreak of aggressive carcinoma. And they said, oh, we could do radiation. I said, I'm not doing any of that. And 2 years ago, I had prostate cancer, and I refused surgery, I refused radiation, I refused hormone therapy, I refused chemo. And my wife said, well, I don't want to let you go. And we found something called Tulsa. And I said, well, Lord, if you'll pay for it, I'll go. And I raised $40,000 for my Tulsa in 10 days. 10,000 came from a man I haven't spoken to in 21 years. He texted me, is this still you? I said, yep. He goes, what's going on? The Lord said, I have to send you 10 grand.
Hey.
And I said, well, what about this anointing of being in a big house? And I called my brother, who's a prophet, and he said, if it's not there, go somewhere else. I said, that's where I'm called. I love these guys. I love them guys. 20 minutes later, he said, oh, there's this church in North Carolina called The Gate in Charlotte. And the Lord said, you need to go there. And so I looked at Ruth, and she always knows where we're supposed to be. She moved us to Virginia. We didn't have any snow this year. You're doing great, baby. And we went to The Gate. But I was in hospice and palliative care all through January. I gave up. And on February 5th, I went to The Gate, and we went to the pre-service prayer. Ray Bennett was there, laying on the floor, being hopelessly drunk. And this woman walked over and she just laid her hand on my shoulder and she just started praying in the Spirit. I said, Ruth, just praying about my cancer. 3 minutes later, she said, God is closing the door on your cancer.
Yes, sir.
Bang. Well, wait, it gets better. We watched my scars disappear.
Hey.
Did we not?
What are you doing?
The red was white. The stitch marks went away.
Yes.
And on my back, I didn't take all my clothes off, but I'm assuming the rest of them were done. Then I had my PSA done, and it was 0.5. If you're a guy, anything under 2 is a good thing. They said I had a reoccurrence. I canceled my call. done. And then I just came back, and colon cancer, I'm clear. No skin cancer.
Yes, sir.
No
Woo!
colon cancer.
Preach. Testify.
So I messaged Tatiana at the gate, and I said, will you come and pray for Jerry and for Peter and for some of the guys I know? And Jason has been suffering back pain, and so you come and pray? She said, I'll have to ask the pastor. Well, the whole team is going to be at that place in Eagleside on the 12th at 7 p.m. I know there's other things going on, but I'll tell you what, if you don't like cancer, if you'd like to get healed, if you want a prophetic word, if you want to hear Tim Morrissey, Bon Jovi said he sang his music better than he did. I would go.